Hello Palmer Academy, this is Mr. Spar's Mystery again and welcome to my living room. I hope that everyone is really looking forward to your PE lesson today and that you are all safe wherever you are at school or at home. Now in today's PE lesson we're going to be looking at speed, agility and a little bit of endurance, okay? But really basically it's speed, that's how quickly you're moving, the pace, okay? Can you get to that pace really quickly, okay? Because we're not going to be travelling slowly today. And then we're looking at agility. So agility does mean that you have to be quick, okay? But more importantly is that you're in control of your body, okay? So when you're turning really sharply, okay? Or when I'm asking you to move, that you can be quite nimble, be on your toes, okay? It's about being in control. So we're going to be moving at speed. We may be moving in different directions, but it's about you being in control. What we'll be doing, we'll be doing a series of challenges, okay? For these challenges, you just need a safe space, okay? If you've got some cones, okay, that would be fantastic. If you don't have any cones, you can just use any objects that can stay safe on the floor or ground, wherever you're doing this, okay? Because some of you might choose to do this outside, so if you're in school, you could go to the hall. You can do this in the classroom, okay? Or you may choose to go outside if the weather's okay. The same for you if you're at home. If you're at home, you know, you can use whatever area you've got inside your house, okay? Or if you do have an outside space that you're able to go to, okay? Socially distanced, of course, okay? You can use an outdoor space. Now, other objects that you might want to use instead of cones, you could use, you know, I've just got some trainers, old trainers that you may want to put, or trainers that you wear. You could just put them on the ground. It could be some toys. It could be some coasters. I'm in my living room, we seem to have lots of coasters. Just something that you can just move around, okay? But what do we do at the beginning of our PE lessons? What do we do? What do we do? Yep, that's it. We do a warm-up. So I'll see you back here for the warm-up. Hello Palmer Academy. So, in today's lesson, anything that we're doing in the warm-up, okay, will get you ready for today's lesson. So, the warm-up will be quite high energy, okay. We're going to be doing lots of like moving around our area, you know, lots of agility work to get us prepared. So, I'm going to play some music. Each activity or movement will last roughly about 30 seconds, okay. So, you've got to be really, really going for it. Be really on your balls of your feet, okay, on your toes, sorry. I'm going to put some music on while we do this, okay, let's see how we do in the warm-up. Remember, I want your heart rate to get raised. Okay, right, first of all, we're just going to do some star jumps. Ready, go! Remember, you go at your own speed. Fantastic right palm. Keep going. Alright, we're just going to change in a second for the next movement. What we're going to be doing is just jogging forwards, and then when we get forward, we're going to jog backwards. Okay, so we'll jog forwards, then we'll jog backwards. Ready, you go. Jogging forwards, and jog backwards. Jog forwards, jog backwards. Make sure when you're jogging backwards, there's no one behind you, or anything that you can collide with, so just be careful. Jogging backwards. Jog forwards, jog backwards. Jog forwards, jog backwards. Keep going. Make sure you're on your toes. Keep going, Warmup Academy. Okay. Next one, we're going to do some quarter jumps. So all that means is, I've got the forward, I've got to my right, back, and I've got this side here. So it's 4 jumps. So ready, we're going to face this way. Make sure you bend your knees and on your toes. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. You see I use my arms to get myself up and balance. Get away. One more. Fantastic. So the next one we're going to do is side to side running. So get ready, and we're going to do high knees at the same time. Ready? Side to side running. And then we go back that way. Keep going. Very good, palm academy. Keep those knees high. One more. Well, that one's a bit tiring. Last one, okay? Well, maybe last one, we'll see. So this time we're going to touch the floor, jump up, and turn around to the opposite direction. So touch the floor, and turn around. Okay, let's try and do 10 of these. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're just gonna be on our toes. A little bit of shuffling to the side, forward, backwards, shuffle to this side, to the other side, forward, backwards, to this side, forward, backwards. Ooh. Shake our legs out, we want to roll your ankles a little bit, your body. Yeah. I'll see you back here, get a quick drink for not round 1, challenge 1. Hello Palmer Academy, okay, so for the first challenge, it's a really simple challenge. All I've done is put one cone at the top here and one cone at the bottom. Now, the distance that you have your cones will depend on the size of the space that you're working in, okay? So don't worry about the length, okay? Or if it's too long or too short, just try and put it in your room or the space that you're working in that's going to be safe, away from obstacles, and also that is going to really challenge you, okay? So, you don't want to make it too long, okay? Because I want you to show your agility when you're able to turn around the cones and move your feet quickly, okay, and keep control over your body. But it's got to be a challenge at the same time. Now I've just got one cone here and one cone here. Now if you don't have any cones, again you could use any object that is able to stay flat and safe on the surface. You don't want something that if you knock it over it's going to break. So any shoes, or you may have some toys that can just lay flat, okay? So anything that can just stay still on the surface, you can use exactly the same as I'm using these cones. So for challenge 1, the first part of this challenge is I'm just going to start at this cone. I'm going to run as quick as I can. When I get to the bottom cone, I then turn around the cone. You can see I've just tiptoed around. I go back. And when I get back to here, that will equal 1 point, okay? So if I was doing it at full speed, I run, 1. If I went for another one, 2. And you can see, now running as quick as I can, and keeping quite low, okay? So when I turn around the cone, I'm turning really, really sharply. Now, when I do this, I'm going to do it for 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds, so that's going to be my timing. And I've also got my water, because I know this is going to be tiring, I'm going to have to work extremely hard. So I'm going to count how many I do in 30 seconds, okay? Now, I've chosen 30 seconds because it's going to be a challenge, but if you want to change the challenge, you can increase the time or decrease the time. You will need a timer with you, okay? Someone who's got a stopwatch, or someone who may want to count to 30, okay? For younger years, you might want someone else to count how many that you do, okay? But if you can count me as well, and then obviously I'll play the screen and let's see how I do. So I'm hoping I want to do at least 5. 5? Okay. How many do you think I'm going to do? Ooh, I had someone say 1 there, that's not funny. Okay, right. If you really get myself going. Go. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. One more. 8. Oh. Did I get 7 or 8 there? Well, that's what I just got. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is to pause the video, and have a go yourself. Can you beat, I think it was 8? 8? Can you beat 8? Okay, pause the video, have a go yourself, and I'll see you back here for the next one of these challenges, okay? Good luck. Yeah, how did you do on that challenge? How did you do? Okay, so we're going to do similar setup for the next challenge. Still got my 2 cones, but this time we're going to change your movement. Okay, so all these challenges, a lot of you may want to make your own ones up. But for this one, I'm going to run forward. When they get to this point here, I'm not going to turn around and go back forwards. When they get to this point, and then I'm going to jog backwards. Okay, like what we did in the warm-up. Get back to the beginning, sprint forwards, and then jog backwards, sprint forwards, and jog backwards. I still need to go around the cone. Please make sure there is nothing in your way. Okay, because I don't want anyone falling over. Make sure the area is clear. There is no hazards. Okay, but when you're jogging backwards, be really confident of where you're putting your steps. Okay, if you need to turn your head to look backwards, that's fine. Now again, you'll still need a timer. You might want someone to be your counter. When you go up and then back, that is 1. So, I think in the last round I got 8. Let's see how many I can get for this one with a slightly different movement pattern. So sprint forward, be agile, be in control, then I'm going to jog backwards, sprint forward, jog backwards. How many do you think I'm going to do? How many? Unsure? Let's have a go. I definitely want to get at least 7. I was quite surprised I got 8 last time. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Oh. So that time, I got 8. I was going for my 9th, had a little bit of a wobble at the bottom. Okay, I think I did okay. Now it's time for you to pause the screen and have a go at that challenge. Okay, remember, sprint up, jog backwards. Make sure you're on your toes. You've got control over your body. Okay, I'll see you back here for the next challenge. Okay, how did you do in that one? Were you fine going backwards? I hope all of you managed to challenge yourself. So for the next challenge, again, I've got the same similar setup. However, I've added 2 cones in the middle. Okay, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cones. And again, I'm just changing my movement patterns. Okay, but I'm also changing the obstacle. Okay, I'm adding a little bit more equipment just to change the task. Now, if you've got a bigger space than I have, you might want to add some more cones, okay, or you might want to take away a cone, okay, and only have 3. It's entirely up to you. But for this challenge, this is what it's going to be like, okay. So what I like to do, I'm going to run forward, going in and out of the cones, turn around and come back forwards, okay. And when I get back to this cone, that'll be 1. So as I go forward, lots of small little touches, go around the bottom cone, back again, small touches around this cone. Now when you're going for the cones, you can see I've got lots of control over my body. Some of you will have different movements or different techniques to get through the cones. I will say this, if you touch any of the cones, okay, that point is not included. So if you touch a cone, you still have to go up and down, but that point isn't included. Same again, I've got my 30-second timer on the screen. You may have someone with a stopwatch, okay, and I'll try and see how many I can do in 30 seconds, okay. Now, last time I've been averaging 8, so I'm going to try really hard to get 8 for this one as well, okay. Let's see how I do. 1. Ooh. 2. 3. 4. 5. Ooh. That was much harder because I had to really work hard getting through the cones. I think I got six, but did I touch that last cone, the last go? I might have to watch the video back to see if I did. Anyway, your turn. So, same process, you need to pause the button and have a go yourself, okay? I'll see you back here for the next challenge. Hello, how did that go? Okay, did anyone get some really big scores? Okay, next one. Well, actually, the last one on this type of setup, okay? Just with the 4 cones in a straight line. So this time, same thing. I'm going to start at the bottom, go through the cones, go around the last cones, but instead of going forwards, going back, I'm going to go backwards on the way back. So for example, I go forwards, through the cones, go round the last cone, then I go backwards. And get back to the beginning, okay? When you're coming backwards, you're just not coming in a straight line anymore. So really, be aware of where you put your feet, okay? Be really nimble on your toes, really soft, okay? Make sure your steps are definite. Be careful where you're putting your feet, okay? Take your time. Some of you might need to take your time. I know we're trying to see how many you can do in 30 seconds, but for some of you, on your first go, it might be just to do maybe 1 or 2 without touching the cones. The rules on the cones still applies, okay? So, let's see how Mr. Suarez Mystery does. 30 seconds. Forward, come back, but going backwards. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. I was a bit upset by myself then, because I think I was taking it too. I think I was being too cautious. And as I got more confident, I started to get faster. Well, anyway, I got 5. I was really hoping I'd get that 6 there. Anyway, same again. It's now time for your turn. So, make sure you get a quick drink. Oh no, I need a quick drink. Make sure you pause the button, okay? And now it's your turn, okay? Get yourself set up. Timers, people helping you out, family, friends, carers, okay? It's your turn. Be competitive with the people that are in your room, okay? If you don't want to be competitive, remember I should have said this right at the beginning. It's all about personal challenge. You're trying to beat yourself, so have more than one go, okay? I'll see you back here for the next one, next challenge. Hello again. So, we're back for the next challenge on our speed and our agility lesson. Okay, so this time I've changed the setup of my cones, so I haven't got them in a straight line anymore. Now remember, again, if you don't have cones, you can just use any objects that can stay on the ground safely. Okay, so I've gone for a zigzag, so I've gone for almost like a capital M. Okay, because you can see my 3 blue cones are here, and I've got 2 orange cones there. Now what will happen is this. I'm going to start at the bottom cone. I will then travel to the orange cone, turn ever so sharply, and then go back to my blue cone. So then go to my blue cone, then I go back to my orange cone, then I go back to my blue cone, and then I go straight back down to the beginning. Okay? If I was going a little bit quicker, around the orange cone, around the blue cone, around the orange cone, around the blue cone, straight back down to the middle. Now, because this uses a little bit more space, okay, obviously, if you want to make it harder, you could add more cones, okay, or actually, sometimes taking away cones can actually make it harder, but I've just got my 5 cones, okay. Make sure that there is space when you go around the cones, that you know you can control your body when you're turning sharply. So I don't want to have anyone get hurt by knocking into any other pieces of equipment that is in your area that you're using, okay? Again, I'm going to time myself for 30 seconds to see how I do, okay? I'm going to be moving sharply, okay? Be really nimble on my feet, control over my body, but still in between the small parts where I can move my body quickly, I'm going to move as quick as I can, okay? Now, I'm going to give myself a target for 6, okay? I'm going to give myself a target for 6. I don't know if I'm going to do it in 30 seconds. Again, if you want to make it harder, you can increase the time or decrease the time, okay? But I'm going to start at 30 seconds, okay? I'm going to really, really try hard and push myself. Right. Make sure you're counting for me as well. Make sure I can see the timer. Go. One. 2. 3. 4. 4. Okay, that was much harder, again, than I thought it was going to be. I think, why do you think it was harder? I think it was probably harder because I had to do more movements, because I think last time I was just going straight. This time I've got to really twist my body. I've got to really turn those hips to get around those cones. I'm almost spinning on the balls of my feet, on my toes. I'm almost gets there, twisting really sharply, curling my foot around. I wonder what techniques you're going to use. Okay, so similar setup. Pause the button, and it's your turn. Okay, let's see how you do. I'll see you back here for the next challenge. go again. So, next challenge using this cone setup. So I've still got the same capital M or zigzag formation of my cones. We're going to make it a little bit harder. So, again, I start off with the bottom cone, I go around one, go around the other. Next one, I'm not allowed to touch those cones, go around this one. But instead of going back down straight to the bottom cones, I'm going to go back the way I came. So again, this one, this one, this one, and this one. When I get to here, that will then be 1 point. So at at quicker speed, that is what it will look like. Okay, so 30 seconds for myself again. Remember, challenges, you can make it harder, increasing the cones, taking away the cones for easier. You can decide on your timer. Okay, so I'm only going to do 30 seconds though. The last time I got 4, didn't I? So this is harder, so I'm going to aim for 3. Aim for 3. Push for 4, but real target 3. Okay, so got my timer ready. 30 seconds. Starts now. 1. 2. Oh, nearly there. To work hard. 3. I'm happy with that, I think. As soon as I heard that 20 seconds are gone, my brain just went, oh, I've got to get that last one in. Got to get that last point. So, again, same thing. That was quite tiring, that one. Press the pause button, and then you have a go. Okay? I'll see you back here for the next challenge. So, how did you do? Hope everyone was still safe. Okay. Did anyone beat their personal challenge? Did anyone beat their first attempt? Because remember, I don't just want you to just have one go and then go into the next challenge. I want you to have a few goes to see if you can beat your challenge or try and get close, beat your score, sorry, and try and get close to your score, okay? Remember, if you're at school, you can set up multiple areas where children are having a go, okay? So, next one. Make it even more difficult. So again, what's it doing? That's what I was doing, sorry. I've completely forgotten, now I remember. So again, forwards, through the cones, I'm going to call this the zigzag cones or the slalom cones. But when I get to the blue cone, I'm not going to go back down. Again, I'm going to go back the way I came. However, that's right, I'm going to do it backwards. And when I get back here, that will be 1 point. I then go forwards, but then I come back backwards. Now, when you're coming back backwards on the zigzag or the capital M path, Really careful. Make sure you control your body. You know where you're putting your feet. You know where the obstacles are. And if you are doing this at home, make sure you don't go back up into a TV or another piece of furniture. Okay? If you're doing it outside, just be careful. Okay? So last time I got 3, but I was going forwards. So I'm going to try and go for 3 again. I only just got 3 last time, so yeah. Just challenge myself. And I'm going to try and get 3. 3, okay? You can with me as well. So. I've got to go forward really quickly to give myself more time. Oh, that's it. Not so great in that one. Did I get there in time? Are you going to give me that 3rd point, please? Please? I'm going to give myself that 3rd point. Okay, so same again. Your time. Have multiple goes. Really give it a challenge. Push yourself to meet your target. See if you're in the room with someone like your siblings or your brother or sister, your mum and dad or your carers. Challenge them as well. I'll see you back here for the next one. Hello Palmer, how did you get on with that challenge? Okay, that was the last one of the cones being in a M, capital M formation, or a zigzag formation, or even a slalom formation. Okay, now we are now moving on and changing the formation or the placing of our cones. Again, if you want to use another object to be your cones, that's fine, just make sure they're safe. Okay, so for this one, you need to set out yourself an X. Okay, so you can see there's the 4 points of the X, the orange cones and the blue cones, and then you need to add a cone in the middle that's in the middle of your points. So if it's easier, you might just make a square, okay, or a rectangle, depending on the space that you've got in your area that you're using, sorry, okay, you just place that one in the middle, okay. If yours looks like a cross, okay, because that's better for your space, that is fine as well, okay. Now, for this one, again, this is using lots of different types of movements, okay, but we always have to come back to the middle, okay. So this is the home area. The green cone is showing me my home is. Now, to get 1 point, I must go round each point of the X and come back to my home, okay, to get 1 point. So I must do the 4 points of the cross. So, for example, I'm going to move my body forward and then turn as I go around the cone. So I go forward, turn, come back to the home. Now I don't have to go around the cone, I just go near the home cone, come back to the home cone, go round, back to the home cone, go round, back to the home cone, and because I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, that means then I get 1 point. Okay? Once I get back to there, I then start the action again. So I'm travelling forward, coming back to the home cone. Now, again, I'm going to see how many I can do in 30 seconds. So, this is a completely different activity. I'm doing a lot more turning. I have to come back to one area. Okay? So lots more of the twisting, making sure I'm in control of my body. I'm very nimble on my feet. Okay? Really, really important that we are using all those skills. I'm looking for where my destination is, where I want to go. Okay? Which is always back to the home cone. So, how many do you think I'm going to do, Palmer? I'm going to set myself 3 in 30 seconds. And again, if you want to make it harder, you can make your X bigger or make it easier by making it smaller. Okay, if you want to, change the time, you can change the time. But remember, be safe in the area that you're working in. Okay, right. Bit worried about. I think I'm going to run into that sofa. I don't want to break the TV. I don't think my family would be very happy if I broke the TV. Wouldn't be able to watch the football, would I? Right. Let's go. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. Surprised myself there. I went much quicker than I thought I did, and I just missed out on getting number 4. I was about here, didn't get back to the home cone. So, now it's your turn. So same process that we've been doing. Go set your cones up. Remember, if you're at school and you're using a bigger space, you can set up multiple areas. Okay? Your turn. Let's see if you can do better than I did. Okay? Oh, if you touch the cone, that's a no-no. Okay? You've got to make sure your feet don't touch the cone. Otherwise, that one doesn't get counted. Okay? Are you going to touch cones? Stay on your toes. Turn me sharply. Okay, your turn. Okay, how did you do on that one? How did you do? Okay, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to change the movement pattern now, like we have done on the other ones. Can you guess what we're going to do this time? So, we're going to run forwards. Oh, touch the cone, touch the home cone. I'm going to run forwards, but when I get to the cone, I'm going to jog back towards the home cone. Now, for this one, if your foot does touch the home cone, that's okay. Because I know you're going to be jogging backwards, and I know it's going to be hard not to touch the home cone. So if you do touch the home cone, that's okay. The other ones, we're not allowed to touch. Then I'll go to the next one, run forwards, jog backwards. go to the next one, jog backwards, next one, jog backwards. Okay? Now, I am always twisting my head in this one to see where I'm going when I'm going backwards. Okay? Because there's a smaller space, I don't really want to touch the green cone, the home cone, even though I know I can. Because I know sometimes when you step on a cone, okay, you might slip. I'll give you a tip. When I go forward and I come back, I push my foot back to push myself off again. Okay, almost like a springboard, like my ankle is like pushing me forward. So I'm pushing myself forward for the forward part. So again, 30 seconds on the timer. Last time I nearly got 4, still got 3. Okay, but I'm still going to try and push for 4 because I'm still annoyed that I didn't get that 4. Okay, so really, really competitive. Okay, so I want you all to be competitive too. Let's see how I do. 30 seconds. One. 2. 3. 'So, maybe going backwards made it much more difficult, sorry. So, a bit disappointed, but still got 3. So, now it's your turn. Please be careful when you're going backwards. Let's see if you can beat your target. Remember, don't just have one go, have multiple goes at trying to beat your score. Or trying to beat someone else in the room, trying to beat their score. Remember, it's all about your personal challenge. So if you're just going against yourself, that's fantastic. We'll see you back here for the last challenge. Okay? See you soon. Hello, Palmer Academy. So, are you ready for the last challenge? Okay, so it's the 3rd challenge using the X formation. I want to see if you can meet this challenge. So this is quite difficult, this challenge. Okay. Oh, I forgot to ask, how did you do the last one? Yeah? Good. That's fantastic to hear that you did really well. So, for the last challenge, for the X formation, okay, so you have to be really, really agile on this one. Really making sure you know where you're going. I still want you to increase the speed if you can, but the most important thing is that you are safe. So, for this one, we're going to start off at the home cone, okay? We're going to go backwards for the whole of this X. So, go backwards, turn around. When I get to the X cone, I need to make sure my body's in the correct position. Go backwards, back to here, back to here, back to here, and then I would start the X again. And that would then mean I've got 1 point. Okay? This one's really hard, okay? Because I'm asking you to try and move quickly, okay? I'm asking you not to touch the cones, and I'm asking you also to go round the outside cones. Now remember, if you're having your first go, you might just want to make sure, you might just want to walk it. Okay, just to be familiar of where you need to put your feet. Okay, and next time you can go faster and faster. However, I'm going to give it a go at full speed. Hopefully I don't fall over. I fell over in my practice run, so hopefully I don't fall over in this one. Remember, make sure you have your area free of any hazards. Okay, so I've got 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to try and be my challenge being 3. I think it might be 2. I'm going to try and get 3. What do you think? Okay. I'm concentrating to see where I need to go. So it's okay, ready? One. 2. 'So, I got 3. I'm happy I reached my target. Yeah, I did okay. So, again, it's your turn to pause the video. Set yourself up, get your timers ready, be competitive, be in control. Remember, got to be really agile, stay on your feet, be in control. We always say this in PE, control over your body. So, your turn. So hello again. So how did we do at the backwards running on the X challenge? Okay, I know it was difficult. Hopefully all of you did really, really well. So just for a little bit of fun, okay, and you might want to be a little bit creative for after this video if you have any time. Now you can see I've got a bit crazy. I've set up some crazy slalom course or obstacle course, but using the straight line, okay, also using a bit of a zigzag and also using the X. So this is just an example of what you could do if you wanted to make it a bit longer and a bit more challenging. Okay, so this is my zigzag part of my course. So I start on the yellow cone, I go to the orange and then to the green. But once I get there, I then do the X. And then, once I get back to this blue cone, I then do my straight line exercise. You can't see the cones right here, but I've got 2 yellow cones. And they go in, and they go out. Okay? And then I sprint back to my starting cone. Okay? So you might, okay, after this P lesson is finished, come up with some amazing creative course where you incorporate lots of different running agility moves that we've done. Sorry, that we've done in this P lesson. Okay. Same again. If any of you are taking any pictures or taking any videos, please send it to your teachers. Okay. I had a few before half term, and they were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I gave those children lots and lots of house points. Okay. So Get creative. I would love to see what you can. I love to see what you can create. However, I'm not going to be back after you have your own go at creating your own kind of formation. Have a great end of the weekend, and I'll see you next time for your PE lesson, or I might see you in assembly. Okay. Have fun. Bye bye. Stay safe.